Hey guys, Tarek here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Poltawa. Playing today spawning in the north, we've got cblanco playing as Soviets. Straight away locking into shock motor heavy. Teaming up with him is Vodka company playing as the Brits. Straight away locking into Royal Engineers. Myself each some in the south, we have the 101st Airborne playing as COH2. Oh, I'll interrupt this for a bit of combat here. Tommy's win the race. These guys trying to close in. Taking quite a lot of damage though. Remember, you have to drag, click backwards to execute that correctly. Looks like we've got an early wire off on that door from cblanco as well to stop access into that side of the building. Yeah, 101st has a elite armor, Overwatch, and grand offensive. Supposed to end up winning that. Kaster playing as Ostheer, who has Jaeger armor, defensive, and Spearhead. Oh, late retreats could go down if he's a little unlucky. Yep, late retreat there, bad loss. Very, very costly in the early game. In terms of ranks, cblanco and Vodka company round rank 15. Allies, I think. Back the other way. These guys fall just outside the top 200, but do make it in on the individual ranks. Random 2v2. With 101st being around rank 90. Can't remember what rank Kaster was. Do manage to find an angle on this machine gun, forcing it to reposition. Pretty dramatic reposition though. Probably could have just tweaked the angle slightly so he's still in range of the building. And some good cover positioning there for cblanco. Going for a love nest style build. 3 conscripts, 2 combat engineers. Generally this is accompanied by a squad of elite infantry. By going for one extra combat engineer instead of a conscript, you have a tiny bit more manpower free to go for an elite squad. And this, you know, was going for guards. cblanco probably shocks. And he's going for a pretty early tier 2 here before the healing as well. So maybe we're going to see some team weapons. It's a very good map for mortars, and we do see one from Kaster because there are, you know, 4 buildings parked in the middle. Leads to quite a lot of camping. Oh boy, that is unlucky, but AoE suppression there, catching that squad. They do eventually break free of it though. Stall here for time inside the building. Fires can't complete the capture there, so close. And the evac that building quickly. You got to be quick on the mortar with the repositions. This level people start dodging them very, very quickly.
Our headquarters has been improved. We can now build light mechanized infantry.
And we're actually seeing a somewhat forwards battle group here for the 101st Airborne. Interesting. Ooh, very late evac on this machine gun. In fact, it doesn't even make it out. Probably for the best. It would have been hopping out on that side. That side being wired off, of course. Would have got turned over to the enemy. So probably for the best that happened, honestly. But a really bad start from the Axis so far. Stern Pioneers and the MG42 going down. That is bad news. And they are paying the price for that right now, getting bullied off the map. 5-man upgrade for Vodka company quite early on. Still no medics from cblanco though. He's gone for a very early Zis, which is strange. Maybe he's going to try Zis barrage down the buildings. Do that instead of the mortar. Looks like Kaster is going for a 2-2-2 and he's going to get out of very good timing. Nexus have had their fuel connected for basically the whole time. I don't think it's been, you know, cut off or harassed until right now. So it's going to be a pretty fast 2-2-2. There's this on the field to counter that though. And now getting the medics is cblanco. Oh, that is a bit of a tough retreat path there. Two squads rounds the corner to maximize firing time. In comes a squad of Jaeger Lights though. They generally do perform pretty well against Tommies. There we go, 2-2-2 gets to work, but straight away runs into the Zis. Oh, and he's still in range there. Attack ground could get the kill here. Maybe not actually, I think the shot would connect with that fence for one hit first. Yeah, there we go. We do see a squad of shock troops now for cblanco. But yeah, he definitely got his medics quite late this game. I think that was a bit of a mistake. Probably only cost him a tiny bit of manpower on one or two squads, but sometimes it is quite tight when you're trying to squeeze a squad of infantry along with your tech as Soviets. So getting those early medics out can really help you get your tier 3 tech at a reasonable timing. But I don't think cblanco's been bleeding that much manpower, so it's probably not going to be a factor.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Infantry support gun coming in for 101st. He has selected Overwatch, which is where he got the Jaeger Lights from. Pretty popular for team games.
Supply sector under attack.
And the Shockies, still a negative cover there. Steel Pioneers do narrowly lose, probably because of the conscripts, the extra bit of damage from them, but not the best shock troop usage there. He's gone for a second squad of shock troops, wow. Oh, this barrage coming in. Grazing the Panzer Grenadiers twice. Grenadiers come around the corner. Flood of Tommies pushing on to the fuel point here. Some of them are a little bit low in health though. And there's the infantry support gun right here in range. This could be nasty. Pyrotechnics flares dropped in there. Gonna see some base howitzer fire coming in. He kind of dodges slightly to the north. Should be alright. 2-2 gonna run right back into the exact same position that the Zis was in earlier basically. And take another hit, and now it needs repairs again. Not the best. 2-2-2 control there. And this squad behind, this picking them off, offering no cover protection. The Tommy's also dropping quite a few models thanks to the infantry support gun, chipping in for a few hits. And there we go, another Zis barrage, so cblanco very aggressive with those Zis barrages so far. Ooh, that was a bundle grenade. Oh, and the shock troops go down. Huge bundle grenade. Full retreat now for Kaster after that, everything on low. cblanco, you know, he's really good about bringing up his Zis and support. Making sure that 2-2-2 is going to be limited in its effectiveness. Repositioning it, going chasing. Axis really need to reconnect their fuel here. We've got tier 3 going down in the back for cblanco. Maybe a tiny bit late. He's hoping to get out T70. But I didn't notice it. It looks like he actually lost one of his combat engineers. Pretty sure I didn't catch that. Oh, he's going to take a AT grenade there. Oh, and there's No, I thought that was this. No, it was just a 6-pounder from Vodka Company. Hitting at just the right time. Securing the kill. A little bit clumsy there from Kaster. If he just drove down this way, would have been fine. Oh boy. What? How did that get decrewed in the back? Must have been the Jaeger lights. But Vickers goes down there. Okay. Bit of weaponry changing hands. Making up for that 222 loss. Yeah, so far pretty smooth sailing for the Allies, considering we've got any light vehicles and still dominating the map control situation.
Trouble, trying to take one of our points.
But definitely losing some shock troops. Because the machine gun not ideal. And yeah, looks like cblanco just got skipped right on by tier 3, goes straight for tier 4, makes sense. Already could basically build a T-34-76. And when you can hit them at a super early timing like this, it can be very strong. Axis not really well prepared. We've got a Raketten coming in now for the 101st. But no pack yet from Kaster. He's gone for a second squad of Panzergrenadiers instead. And that could be punished by the T-34 quite hard. P-Greens coming in here. And Conscious coming in on the P-Greens. There they go. Ooh, I think he tried to dodge the mortar shell, but kind of lands on the doorstep. There we go, some pyrotechnics flares thrown on top of the machine gun, forcing it away. And now we've got some Brens. I'm just going to try brute force the squad out of the building. Base howitzer fire, maybe limiting these troops from coming forwards quite so aggressively. And there we go, it's actually going to be a Centaur for Vodka Company. Interesting choice. I suppose it is at a very, very early timing. Axis not going to have a medium of their own to contest it really. Likewise, no Puma on the field that would also perform decently against it. No, switches it off to the Cromwell instead. Safer choice. Spearhead coming in. Which not that effective. Second one pretty well dodged there by Kaster. In come the shock troops, but there's an MG42 back there. Lobs out the smoke, but already suppressed, quite heavily suppressed as well. 2 or 3 bursts. Should be able to maintain the suppression on that. And even a rifle grenade for good measure. P-Green's closing in, looking for the wipe. Second squad coming around the corner. This could be the end of the shock troops. Oh man, it's going to be a close one. But they do make it home. Very, very close call there for cblanco. And then comes the T-34 to herd away the infantry. And as I said, Kaster doesn't have a counter to that. Going for a Faust. Which is okay, you know. Just means that if this tank either has to get repaired now or next time it can't afford to get close to infantry, because if it does it will get Fausted again and then get engine damage. So in an emergency situation where your AT is not ready, going for a Faust like that is okay, otherwise it might be a waste of munitions. But he did have a bit in reserve at the time. Direct fire here. Doing some decent damage onto these British troops, but in comes the Flamer, forcing everything away. Cromwell coming through the centre. LMG Grenadiers doing some good damage. Forcing the Zis off. Oh, he's gone for a squad of Shrek Peregrines. I think that's a fair choice. And they could be about to ambush this. Here we go. 2 good hits onto the Cromwell. Pack in the back. Cromwell low, but needs 2 more shots to die, so should be alright. Here comes the T-34, but the Raketen is there to box that out as well. And there's plenty of infantry here, so the Allies chalk this one up as a loss and just pull back. Mass retreat. Ooh, dropped a Bren though on retreat. Let me pick that up. Oh, that was a huge Cromwell shot. And there go all the Axis troops. He's following up, looking for the wipe, and I think he got one. Did he get a Volk then? Or maybe not. Maybe he did. I thought there were 2 1 health one model. Volks there. Also got a fuel cache back here now for cblanco. Wants to make sure he has enough fuel when he gets to 14 command points, which I think is a fair decision. Got the OKW tech truck here covering the fuel, so probably doesn't need the machine gun down here as well. Get that a little bit more aggressively positioned. W blob coming forward. Oh yeah, that would be really good if he could pick up the LMG with his Jaeger lights actually. With the Grenadiers. You're going to take a big hit from the T-34, and not, he is going for the LMG and picks it up. Double LMG Grenadiers, nice, and they are Vet-3 as well. And they'll go toe to toe with the Tommies thanks to that. Oh, big indirect shot there. He's get forced off. P4 takes 1 hit. Trying to conceal itself behind these trees here. Oh, Raketen in a nice position there for 101st. Before coming around the corner, exposing its rear though. Might want to reconsider that before it gets in range of the T-34 and spots it thanks to the building coming from long range. P4 pulls back, building very low in health. Luckily it didn't get flattened with those combat engineers inside, and wow, big hit. Now he's going in for the wipe and he gets those Vet-3 Peregrines just ripped through the conscripts after that shot from the Panzer IV. He's actually gone for a second fuel cache now. I think that might be a little bit too much. cblanco starting to fall behind a little bit in the infantry game. Really starting to struggle, and the Axis have branched out to this far VP with the Minesweeper as well, which is a nice touch, and start to turn the VP situation around, and they are just taking a huge amount of control right now. Axis fighting back strongly. Tricks chasing down the tanks, end up getting forced away. One coming down the middle, Raketen not quite set up in the right direction, slightly out of range as well, big mistake. Needs to bring that forwards. Cromwell getting some really good hits. And characteristically good. Oh, he actually retreats off that. Maybe there's some flares or something there, I can't see. There we go. Kid finally gets in range of the Cromwell, gets 1 shot off there. So is the Panzer IV, but that is now low. Kid pushing up a little bit more aggressively. Would be good if he can get some sandbags down at this stage, so we can hold that VP a little bit more effectively. And what was that? Retreats his Raketen? No danger at all. Big misclick there from the 101st. For a second squad of Jaeger lights, by the way. I think they're pretty close to brand new, which is a little bit strange. If you got one, I think that's probably enough at this stage when you can get obers instead. Having one for the site can be quite nice, but yeah, generally obers I do feel are superior in the anti-infantry department. Okay, is this coming around the corner? P4 needs to get on its bicycle. Oh, this gets a second shot in. P4 low, T34 closing in now, getting a bit aggressive. But then that pulls back as well. Pack getting 2 good hits in. This barrage trying to clear out the pack, and that's a full retreat there from Kaster. And while that is a bad 2v1, the fresh Jaeger lights. Ooh, quite a lot of damage. There's 2 vetted up 5-man MG Tommies. Not ideal. Yeah, look at this. He's trying to sneak around the corner to get on top of that VP, but Panther comes in and locks that out. And now we've got a AVRE for Vodka company. Oh, nice attack ground attempt, and that could have been money. Just scattered a little bit to the right. Could have even got, no, probably not the white, but could have got like 3 models there. Nice attack ground attempts. And the mortar team and the infantry support gun have been performing very well so far. We're making a big difference against both the infantry and the support weapons. Speaking of, one of them getting wiped by the AVRE there. On the Axis side. Once again, I think that was a nice attack ground attempt from Kaster, trying to get a scatter shot into that T-34. Panzer IV sticks around a little bit too long, takes 2 shots from the Zis. But another branch out to the northern VP. Good play there from Kaster. It might be better to send like a slightly lower value squad up there though. Because when you send a squad that deep into enemy territory, usually a vehicle will come over here to counter you. And you don't want a Vet 3 P Green getting wiped on retreat by a tank. AVRE threatening in the middle. Forces a mass retreat from the 101st. Keating getting a shot in. Shrek's getting some shots in. Spinning for a shot. Doesn't quite get the Panzer Grenadiers, and neither does the Cromwell with the follow-up shot. But either way, 3 models pretty good there. In this case, it's going to be mass shock troops and a flamethrower to chase off the P-Greens. They'll get away, but a very, very close call. Extremely low in health. Luckily, he didn't lose too many more models. And we got Panzer IV coming out the other side to assist. And he did come up here with the sweeper not too long ago. Knows that he'll be somewhat safe with his movements. Okay, Faust's going to come through. In fact, double Faust. No, doesn't get it from this squad. And now they're focusing down the Maxim. This could be a moment to pounce for Kaster. He can destroy this decreed AT gun. That would be huge. Oh, no. Won't be able to do that. We've got a 6-pounder back there. Cromwell gets equipped with the command tank. Popped up the recon planes briefly. We've got an ISU 152 hitting the battlefield for cblanco. Back the other way, Kaster, 30 fuel or so away from the Tiger. He's going to have that shortly, but in the meantime, Axis could struggle a little bit. We do have an IR searchlight down, though, which is really helping, these mortars and infantry support guns to blast away at these units in the fog of war. Keep them active for longer. Whoa.
Losing a capture point.
How did he get that deep into the animation that didn't count as a shot? That is bullshit. I have to say, I feel like that should have counted as a shot. I don't know if you guys have seen some of my other games with the howitzers, but if you try and cancel a howitzer like way earlier than that, it'll still go on cooldown. .152 getting aggressive. Not much here to stop it. Before there to zone out the shock troops. Do have one AT gun back there. Here comes the Tiger though. Going down the middle at the moment. Pack opening up. Bouncing its second shot. Still on high explosive. And then comes the recon plane now from Vodka Company. Over in the middle now. See how the allied anti-tank holds up. We've only got one AT gun for Vodka Company. It's back in base at the moment. So they are not well equipped to deal with this Tiger. Tiger trying to go for some cheeky attack rounds through the building. In comes the AVRE looking for a shot on it. It's going to connect in a big way. It's done close to max damage on it. It's off a bit over a third of the Tiger's health.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
And that's a good way to slow down the Tiger. Buy yourself a bit of breathing room. Got a Katyusha now coming in for cblanco, so they'll be really good against all these Axis support weapons. Finally take care of those mortar teams. Oh, some engineers go down. This squad also at risk of going down to the LNG Grenadiers. Oh, the flamer pops, but the squad survives. That is a rare sight. He must have been right on the brink of death there. And the Shreks have actually been doing a pretty good job of zoning out the allied medium so far. .152 looking to help fend off this advance. Another push onto the VP with the sweepers. Good stuff from Kaster. Whole bunch of sandbag going down for Vodka Company, overlooking the central VP. That'll be tough to overcome without some rocket artillery. Kind of surprised he didn't go for trenches though. I suppose maybe he's worried about interrupting vehicle pathing. Katyusha still hasn't fired, been on the battlefield for quite some time. Meanwhile, we do have a forward assembly with the medics going up in quite a defensive position. I thought he might bring it a little bit further forwards than that. So allow some forward reinforcement and healing. Strengthen the allies with the control over the mid. Cromwell coming across. I'm going to try and crush these east mines, I imagine. They have a nice idea. Tiger coming across now. Probably going to be spotted by the recon plane. Clears out that mine first off so he doesn't forget about it. Oh, we got action in the center. Once again, AVRE cancelling its shot super deep into the animation. We got second Panther for the 101st though. It's going with a slightly more mobile force. The Axis could really do with is a Panzerwerfer. Looks like Kaster putting down tier 4 now. But I think that costs... Oh no, he can squeeze into the pop. Alright. It'd be just a little bit too expensive. But I'm thinking about how it's a cost. Cost of 15. Not for long though. Now to 13 next
Enemy
patch.
is taking our territory.
Comes the Tiger. Oh, good hit there. Shock troops forced off. Ooh, Katyusha into the center. ISU getting some big hits. One squad down. Oh, and I think the AVRE also might have caught a squad of Jaeger Lights, maybe. Oh, accidentally. Oh, maybe not. Knocks out the Katyusha with a daring push around the corner. Nice work there for the 101st. Oh, that was on high explosive still. Keep penetration on the Tiger. Panther's getting aggressive here. Going in after the 152. Might be overstepping his mark here. They're going in though. They're not deterred. Dropping down the planes. Panther trying to escape. Damaged engine. One shot from death. Panzer IV Tiger. Everything charging in after this ISU 152. This could be suicidal. Panther switching targets to the fresh Firefly. AVRE shell dodged before, and Tiger circling the corner. And ISU 152 gets abandoned back there. They're going to have to get one more shot on that to kill it. Meanwhile, Tiger in some trouble. Firefly goes down. Tiger's still in trouble. Cromwell finishes the job. And now T-34 chasing down the Panther, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the kill. Panther's still 2 shots away, blitzing to safety. Cromwell coming after the Panzer IV here. He's got a tricky path. He pops smoke a little bit late. Should have popped it before that AT gun shot came off. But now he's trying to blitz away to safety. And in come the planes, and they finish off the Cromwell command vehicle. AVRE going hunting. He's popping the war speed. He's going after the Panzer IV. Panzer IV coming around the corner. AT guns moving in to prevent the chase. Good word for barrage. Almost knocks out the Zis. AVRE looking to line up a shot, but oh boy, the Shreks come through. The Raketten hits. One shot from death now. The AVRE could be in trouble. Oh, P4 misses the killing blow. Can the Shreks get him? No, they don't even need to. The pack super long range finishes the job on the AVRE. And it looks like the T-34 that was diving after the Panther ended up going down as well. But it looks like the Panther did die. Oh, that was a hectic sequence. And at moments like these, who came out on top, you can take a look at the army size and you can see a pretty large lead in favor of the Axis. Kaster only really losing his Tiger. 101st lost both his Panthers, but for that they traded an AVRE, an ISU 152, a T-34 and a Cromwell. That was a tremendous win for the Axis. So often those pushes go wrong, but I don't think we saw too many mines go down for the Allies at that stage, especially not near the middle. So, you know, usually mines would kind of shut down those aggressive pushes, but in this case, there were none, and ends up working out. Okay, we've got a Comet here now. Getting up on the Panzer IV. Looks like the Panzer IV might have hit a mine because would have gotten rid of the engine damage earlier than that. Oh, we've got the flame launch support coming in. And, could we see this followed up by a bombing run on one of the HQs? This one actually a little bit low here. No, does it on the base entrance. One grenadier ended up going down there. Looks like the AT gun's probably just going to be able to finish off the HQ anyway, so maybe that was the right choice. Through. A little bit too late. Mechanized truck is already down for the 101st. So the question is, do you build that because you want to go for a walking Stuka, or is he thinking about going for the King Tiger? Axis making another breakout to the north to try and cap up the VPs. Axis are still about 100 behind. Pensacola finally back up to full, heading to the north it looks like, maybe to shut down the squad's capping the victory point up there. Got double AT guns there though, he's got to be careful, they're not too far away. Second one moving in, just got to be careful. Lucky bounce. Before pulls back in, comes the Comet. Pack not quite in position to return fire on that.
We are losing a sector.
Needs to bring that up. I know he's got the Shreks there, but could have the pack there as well. Oh, in come the double Raketans. Comet. One shot from death. Oh, not paying attention. Sandbags unable to finish. Loses a squad. Tommy's the Vodka company now with a very, very small army, even after rebuilding. Some look quite weak, but squeezing an AVRE in. And Axis looking to cap the centre. Needs to bring that IR searchlight a little bit further forwards again now that things have settled down a bit. Oh, that's not quite getting the wipe. The model staying a little bit too far away. Use the vehicle crew repairs to try and speed the Comet back onto the battlefield. There we go, centre remains neutral. Comes the VRE. Peagrin's not hard retreating here. Just backing up. Maybe expecting the Peagrins to retreat in that direction. Goes for a predictive shot, but doesn't pay dividends. We knocked out one model. Let's get a couple of lucky bounces there. We've got the Werfer coming in, looking to clear out the AT guns. They'd already pulled back quite a lot. Not a little bit of damage though. And looks like they knocked out that Ford assembly back there, so no Ford healing for those. P4 going for a sneaky shot there through the building. Oh, there, that's some teamwork. Getting the Tommies with your medic upgrade over there to assist. You've got to be careful, there's a rebuilt mine over here, but actually I think the squad's got the sweepers hiding behind the LMG. So he is being safe. Oh, trip. 4 AT guns wheeling their way over here. P4, got to be careful. Could go down in one volley. Sticks around to attack ground, clear off the mine. Oh, he's going to get back in time. But that was a close call. He probably doesn't even know how close of a call it was. P4 blitzing, trying to prevent his squads from getting wiped. The shock troops going for a bit of a push there. Be careful, those AT guns are still on the march. And no, it doesn't look like he's gone for the King Tiger, just rebuilt the Panther. Worth firing. Grazing damage to the machine gun, not terribly impressive. And the Comet trading blows. Looks like the Panther comes out worse for wear thanks to the double AT guns. The double AT guns from both of the allies are really boxing out the armor from the Axis at the moment. Having trouble dealing with that, and the Werfers haven't been the solution so far. The allies have been very good about dodging them. But we do have a lot of off-maps ready for the Axis. Sector Assault, Fragmentation Bomb, Recon Plane as well. Team them up. So they can boost their next push with those off-maps. They are losing quite a lot of territory here. And we're back to close to even in army sizes now. You know, not that long ago that the Allies were about 30 each behind. They've rebuilt themselves. Axis just unable to deal that finishing blow. Interesting here, leaving the squad in camo. Maybe using it for spotting, hoping to target an off-map quite deep into the Allied lines. That ground attempt's going good through there for Kaster. Panther finally getting close to full. Feels like Axis are just about ready to make something happen here. Yeah, looks like that was a Grenadier squad that died there. In fact, it could have even been 2 Grenadier squads. Oh no, just the way the corpses were. Okay, this is pretty funny.
He's trying to take a point from us.
The Jaeger Lights are spotting the sandbags, which are allowing the packs to kill the sandbags long range. It's a silly mini game. Searchlight moving into a more aggressive position here. Before doing some sneaky shots through the building. Looks like the Colt wants to return the favour. Tiger moving in as well. Tiger gets a direct hit that time on the conscripts. They're low. 3 AT guns now. Fresh one from cblanco. My word. So we're for pretty long range on this though. Be a lot of scatter. He maybe was targeting the Brit AT guns, but does not connect. You know, sometimes having quite a lot of scatter, you know, you're not likely to get the wipe, but maybe it's advantageous. But it does also allow your opponents more time to dodge. Allies have been pretty good about the dodging so far. Finally they get revealed by taking some damage from the AVRE. Triple AT guns blasting away on the Tiger. 152 chasing forwards aggressively. We've got some flame mortar support dropped on the double Raketans. They are forced away. And come the planes for the 101st. Got Panther and Comet dueling on the far flank. The T-guns moving across that direction now. This has bought the Axis a bit of breathing room more than anything. They're kind of getting hammered there. The Tiger took a lot of damage. Getting pushed back hard, but this has kind of stalled that progress for the Allies. Oh, he's dropped a gammon bomb. No dodge from Kaster. This goes down. Might as well just retreat that. And by the time it neutralized itself, he's probably already going to be dead. Oh, okay. Oh, ISU reveals itself. Machine gun upgrade on that, shooting at the planes in the fog. Ends up taking a strafe there. Panther and Comet once again going toe to toe on the far side. He's coming in here maybe for a Faust. Should be coming in there for the Faust. Could have got it even. And there we go. Second Panther. He's going in for the Comet. Double AT guns moving in behind this. And the Werfer's predicting where the AT guns are going to be, but they don't actually dodge that far forwards. And down goes the Comet. It's a good win. Axis pushing in aggressively once again through the center this time, chasing away the Tommies. Gets the wipe on one of them. Where are the triple AT guns right now? They were back at base for cblanco, not in position to defend, and the Axis pick a really good time to strike there. A few important targets. Oh, we've got a fragmentation bombing run taking down one of the 6-pounders as well. Gary comes forwards for a shot, but good dodge from the Peregrines. Come the Werfers again. Kind of targeting the quad. Ooh, big shot from the 152. Peregrines make it home. Should stick around and destroy the decrewed AT gun here if he can afford to. Which I think he can, and he definitely should. But he's not going to. Panther's back for repairs. One of them just about back up to full. In comes the Comet. Double Kittens are exposed. One of them retreats. One of them gets a shot in on the decrewed AT gun. Just to finish it, and he does. Nice work from the 101st, but he shouldn't have needed to do this. His teammate should have finished the job with the Tiger. Didn't need to put his Kittens at risk. Comes the Werfer. Ooh, good damage. Oh, gets the wipe even. Those last 1 or 2 rockets just knocking out the machine gun. Some base howitzer fire coming down. We got some flame mortar. Oh no, that was a 152 shot, not a base howitzer. Triple AT guns coming forwards. And there goes the IR searchlight. Panther's going in, getting a bit aggressive here. Triple AT guns repositioning. Werfer coming in. Ooh, and he gets punished for blobbing those Zis that close together. Almost loses all 3 of them there. 1 Werfer barrage. Panthers get cold feet though. Don't chase in after the 1-shot Comet. Which is understandable. P4 getting aggressive now. Oh boy, but the double AT guns are still there. Healthy enough to get 1 or 2 more shots. And nice use of smoke. Oh, but the mine finishes the job. Tiger pushing behind this though. They're trying to knock out the double AT guns. He drops fragmentation bombing on them, but from the wrong direction. Takes a while to come in. Still, the job is done. The AT guns going down for cblanco. And then come the Panthers. Going for the 152 again. In comes the AVRE from the other side. Panthers chasing all the way to base here, but he could lose both of them in the process. Maybe with the snares from the conscripts. No! He doesn't have AT grenades on his conscripts! What? Oh my god. And the Panthers get out of there scot-free because of it. Tiger's still alive. Another tremendous push from the Axis as the Allies on their heels. And syncing up, you know, their pushes so well. Both of them using the off maps at the same time. Finding a moment where the Allies are a little bit weak to start off with. You know, maybe the Comet in this case was 1 shot from death. Couldn't really contribute the whole time. And that was a nice window opportunity. Combine that with the triple AT guns from cblanco and a blob getting punished by the Werfer, and that was a green light. Looks like the decrewed P4 still over there though. And Tiger about to take engine damage here. Just left it a little bit too long. Should be alright, but a little bit careless. Just coming in. Oh boy, in comes the Comet. looking for the Tiger. Tiger's turret a little bit too slow. Comet with the war speed on. Spinning around. Tiger's turret too slow. It goes down. The Werfer gets out of there though, and this took engine damage thanks to the Faust, and AAA T-Gun's going to clear that off. And Kaster not too far away from another Tiger, just needs 60 or so fuel. The bombing run, but it doesn't hit too much. Pack goes down. But the Allies are now lacking a little bit in the anti-infantry department without the Tiger. Oh, what has he done? He's left the Werfer out here, and the Comet's just going to come forwards. Oh, and miss! And then the Werfer's going to get away. That is really bad luck for Vodka Company. He's getting some nice shots in. Yeah, as you heard the announcer though, the Axis, despite making that nice push, knocking out so many units and having some pretty large army sizes, you know, their tanks extremely wounded, Tiger not available to help fight off the infantry. They got nothing near the VPs right now. They're draining out fast.
The new engineer section
Need to get this going now. Second Werfer has been performing well, but does mean there's not quite so much to help contest the VPs right now. They'll eventually pay themselves off, and there we go. Finally does pick up an LMG with his Jaeger lights now. Not too bad, not too bad. And comes the Comet. Where are the Raketans? Oh, quite far back still. We do have the Shreks up here. VPs are neutralized and even capping in the north as well. So draining against the Allies, but they still have about 240 left. They are sitting pretty. The Kitten's coming in. Take a lot of damage on that Comet. Oh, now at SU-85 from cblanco, switching tactics. Oh boy, but spinning around, and the Panthers blitzing in, looking for the kill. Oh, it's the Raketans that finished the job. Now they're going after the AVRE. AVRE in trouble. Looks like he's going to go for a lucky suicidal shot. Gets the stun on one of the Panthers. Still one more shot to kill on the AVRE. And Panthers with the rear armor exposed. Taking some hits from the AT guns and the Comet. Will they both make it out? This one getting caught on the wreck for a little bit. AT gun resetting up. Next with one Panther, main gun crit. Looks like the other one's going to get away. And even trying to steal away that Panzer IV that got abandoned earlier. Here comes a Tiger as well to help stop the VP caps a little bit. Some AT gun back there. Where's the Werfer? He's brought it forwards, but it could even go down to shock troops fire here. Shock troops focusing it. We do have a little bit more armor than some other piece of rocket artillery. He's throwing in a grenade on it, and Werfer goes down to the shock troops there. Kaster not paying attention to his Tiger instead, which is also very low. And Allies gain control of the middle. But Axis still in control of the north, but they do have so many tanks requiring repairs right now. Getting bombed to zone them out of the VP for a little bit. P4 not going to make it home, ends up going down to the Zis. Werfer going after the Zis. Good damage. It's extremely low, but the quad's there to defend it from the Grenadiers. At least there's no AVRE threatening the wipes in these center cap situations.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
There's a Comet to threaten the wipes. Keep them coming forwards. Okay. by sending units out to the cap. Now they're getting a bit low, the triple cap. They're feeling the pressure, and nice work actually putting a booby trap on the center. Does mean he's probably not going to have the munitions for a big off map, but you know, when you're this low on VPs, VPs are the high priority.
It's time for action.
Let's get this Panther back in action. It's already repaired. It's been for some time. Get the stern pies over to the other Panther. Can't afford this kind of downtime in this situation. Little shock troops coming down the center. There we go, Panther finally mobilizing now, but the double shockies, a bit too much for the Jaegerlights to deal with, especially if they lob out a few grenades, and the Allies have recaptured in the north. They're coming forwards, but Raketen backed up with the Comet. Okay, the Tiger's there. Shock troops have to be careful. Panther holding strong. Pushing away the Comet, but they're still capping. Okay, there we go. Neutral. Comes another ISU 152 for cblanco. Barrage. AT gun already decrewed. Follow this up. Should come forwards and kill this now. Looks like the Panther's going to go do that. Misses its first shot. Comet gets a hit in, but two Panthers there now. It's the one Comet. See if the Comet gets some lucky bounces. They're trading pretty well. The Comet getting some lucky penetrations. Okay, there we go. Tiger takes care of the decrewed AT gun. Some good hits on the infantry as well. This is getting tense coming down to the hour mark.
The capture point is being overrun.
There's over a mine here. Gonna have to run away. Okay, the war in the middle for the VP, but 152 gets in there for a big hit. He tries to go on camo, but he can't do that once you're already revealed and getting shot at. Oh man, that Comet died fast. And it's going to be a Panzer IV for the 101st. A little bit more in the anti-infantry department can help. And like pushing out onto the flanks, trying to control the VPs. Yeah, it's a fair choice compared to the Panther. He's already got enough anti-tank, especially because the Allies keep getting their vehicles picked off. Comet here. SU-85 there. Those are making a big difference. Not amassing a unstoppable force. Comet maybe hunting for the Werfers, but gets spotted by the Panthers. So it's taking quite a lot of damage. So much so that he's going to war speed away to safety. Shock troops coming down the center, and a big Zis barrage. Clearing out the Raketen. Tiger trying to hold the line as well. In comes the Werfer barrage. Mop up the AT guns. No dodge. And Raketen gets decrewed. Zis. Oh, Zis also gets decrewed. Good rocket strikes there. And that's what I was talking about. Eventually those Werfers going to pay dividends. And I think that's exactly what we saw just then. Knock out both those AT guns. And he comes forwards to destroy the decrewed AT guns. Really good awareness on that by 101st. Can't allow the Allies to pick those back up. And wow. Just holding on to the center still. F2 getting in there for a big hit. And 101st, you know, he's pop capped. He's like, well, why not put down my mech truck? Nothing else he can do with his resources currently, and I think that's a reasonable choice. Crouching out to the northern VP as well. Allies down to 70. It's going to be close. Firefly coming in. The real issue is that, you know, the Allies just lost all their AT guns. If they had like 2 more AT guns in their possession, I'd say they're in a really good position to fight this one off, but as it stands, yeah, they decide to just throw in the towel. Well, you know, the Axis got off to a bit of a choppy early game, losing a couple of squads very early on, and just overall not the best with their engagements, but some really good coordinated pushes, just completely overwhelming the Allies at key moments. And boy, did cblanco blobbing his AT guns get punished this game. 3 Zis right next to each other, just annihilated by the rocket artillery. That might have been the losing moment right there. But yeah, really entertaining game. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.